Today, an end of March highlights video. Lots of nice cars. Hi there. Porsche sales at the end of March include a mostly Palma green 2-liter powered 1975 914 project car sold for $9,000. The car runs and drives, but it needs some serious love. This was perhaps a bidding mistake. At the end of the auction, bidding was slowly increasing, 55, 56, 58, 5,900, then 9,000. Might have been intending to hit a 6 rather than a 9. This was likely well sold. A Grand Prix white 1994 968 Coupe Track Car with 94,000 miles sold for $12,500. A tremendous bargain. This has had tens of thousands more than the sale price applied to it. However, it's another strong lesson in the low value placed on most track cars, some of which is tied to the personalization each car acquires. This was unsold when bid to $14,218 last June. Shame for the seller. Happy days for the buyer. A pumpkin. An orange over black 30,000 mile 2008 Boxster Limited Edition sold for $30,987. $39.87, 30,000 miles, and it's a $987. Okay, I like these. I saw one of these in a garage the other day sitting next to a Golf Fahrenheit and an Audi TT. Pretty cool. This was a fair sale. A black 1991 944 S2 with 26,000 miles sold for $34,250. The seller purchased the car in 2009, then spent $13,000 to bring the car up to an acceptable level when he added it to his stated collection of 50 cars. Then it sat, acquiring a couple hundred miles in 15 years. Time to perform that service again. This was well sold. A Saturn yellow over black and houndstooth, 37 years family-owned 2.2-liter 6-powered 1973 914 sold for $36,250. A happy little car. This well-kept one was well sold. A Guards red over pearl white 1983 911 SC Cabriolet with 85,000 miles sold for $42,250. A bargain price. This is a looker. A black 1989 944 Turbo, originally sold in Canada with 79,000 kilometers, sold for $46,750. Bid here to $19,000 in 2019 and later sold that year for $25,000, then sold for $50,000 last October. Even with a drop in price, this was well sold. A black 1984 911 Coupe with unknown mileage sold for $53,911. A Guards red 1983 911 SC Coupe with 121,000 miles sold for $62,750. Car and Driver tested the 911 in February '84, getting 60 in 5.3 seconds, with the car weighing in at 2,760 pounds, pushed along by 200 horsepower. Amazing. Both of these cars are bargains, even the black one with the replacement seats. A GT Silver 25,000 mile 2007 911 GT3 sold for $120,000. A fantastic car, not well presented, and as a result, a bargain for the buyer. A triple black 1989 911 Turbo Cabriolet with 71,000 miles sold for $147,000. A nice car, well sold. A silver 40 years old 1975 911 Coupe with 138,000 miles sold for $162,000. One of 395, this great-looking car was well sold. A silver 1972 911S Coupe sold for $180,000. 177 comments were submitted during this car's auction, and there are lessons and facts therein which are themselves worth publishing. This was a fair sale. An Arctic Silver 19,000 mile 1998 911S Coupe sold for $202,000. Full records, pristine condition, and a slight bargain. Nice. A Grand Prix White 1987 911 Turbo Coupe M505 slant nose with 18,000 miles sold for $225,000. Sold here for $265,000 in January 23. These are not my bag, but the car is in fabulous shape. This was a fair sale. A Guards Red 36,000 mile 1996 911 Turbo sold for $236,999. A solid appearing car sold at a fair to high price, despite the cashmere beige. A stone gray over black 8,000 mile 1989 911 Speedster sold for $305,000. One of 823, this is an uncommon color combo for this model, and I like its understated appearance. Note that I own a carbon steel gray car, so I am biased. Toward that end, I'll show more and talk about this 911 in today's short. For Ferrari, a Rosso Corsa over tan 40,000 mile 1995 F355 Spider sold for $93,355. Sold here for $88,500 last June with an engine-out service performed on this platform in 2021 at 38,000 miles. I hear this was a fair sale. A Rosso Corsa over beige 6,000 mile 2002 360 Spider sold for $160,000. One comment noted that this will be a $200,000 car in a few years. Another chimed in that it was a $200,000 car less than a few years ago. This was well sold. A Rosso Corsa 1983 512 BBI with 16,000 miles sold for $265,000. One of over just 1,000 Fuelies produced, this 40-year-old had its first major service performed in January. This was a fair sale. On Cars and Bids, an agate gray 2014 Porsche Cayman with 63,000 miles sold for $36,300. These are such competent drivers. I like the 987s and I like the 981s. This was a fair sale. On Pcarmarket, a Gentian Blue 3,000 mile 2022 911 GT3 sold for $250,500. The sticker here was 207. This was well sold. 4 interesting cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with reserves not met at the end of March. An Arctic Silver 20,000 mile 2002 Porsche 911 GT2 was bid to $140,999. A beautiful black 32,000 mile 1991 911 Turbo was bid to $193,000. A GT Silver over Gray 4,200 mile 2005 Carrera GT was bid to $1,125,000. A Rosso Corsa 24,000 mile Euro 1992 Ferrari 512 TR was bid to $200,000. Hate the mouse belts. On Cars and Bids, a Chalk 2018 Porsche 911 GT3 with 12,000 miles was bid to $167,500. That's a wrap for March 24. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well.